Welcome all to our Interfaith Prayer meetings that we have every week on Thursdays, Sydney time, 7 p.m. And this is number 161. We have these meetings and talks and discussions to foster the devotional character of our society and to bring understanding among friends, the different religions. The foundation of all the different religions are one, and thereby we try to remove the prejudice, especially the religious prejudice. That is one of the challenges for us to have world peace. And our program is we will have honoring the indigenous people and the land by Tracy Digia. She is one of our strong supporters of this program, and also she runs every Wednesday the Women's Reconciliation Network. And I happen to participate in this, though I am not a woman. And I learned yesterday that there is a meditation in that for the first time. And she may be able to tell us about this daddery reflection or the way of meditating with the nature. And after that, we have 2 music pieces and then the readings as we allocated. And there will be a closing one. And then we will introduce our speaker, Dr. Hameedha Banu. She is very familiar to us, and this time she's going to talk about the role of youth in global peace. So I invite Tracy to honor the indigenous people and the land.
Thank you. Thank you that we can gather tonight, and those of us living within Australia, we take the time to honour the fact that we are living our lives on the foundation of Aboriginal people's custodianship of tens of thousands of years. Sometimes the scientists say 40, sometimes they say 70, but from Aboriginal people's perspective, it's from time immemorial, and they have been given a commission by the Creator to be good custodians, taking care of and really fostering the idea that the Creator loves us through the environment and our relationship to it. By relating to the environment in a respectful way, in a grateful way, we are able to understand more about our Creator. We also have been created, as has all of the environment around us and all the people around us. So throughout Australia, there's many different cultures, but there's some themes that are common between all the different nations that were here, and that is this respect for nature and an obligation to take care of nature and people, and to sit in silence. And in the Northern Territory, this is called Dardiri. And Miriam Rose Ungamur Bowman, she was actually the Elder Australian of the Year, not last year, but the year before. She has really said this is the gift that Aboriginal people can give to the rest of Australia and to the rest of the world. This ability to be able to sit quietly in silence, but hear much. So the way she describes it is that you simply sit and look and listen to the earth and environment that surrounds you. You focus on something specific, such as a bird, a blade of grass, a clump of soil, cracked earth, a flower, bush or leaf, a cloud in the sky, or a body of water, whether it's sea, river, ocean, or lake. Whatever you can see, or just let something find you, be it a leaf, the sound of a bird, the feel of the breeze, the light on a tree trunk, which is ever changing. Tree trunks look completely different in different lights. But there's no need to try. Just wait a while and let something find you. Let it spend time with you. Lie on the earth, the grass, someplace. Get to know that little place and let it get to know you, your warmth. Feel your pulse. Hear your heartbeat. Know your breathing, your spirit. Just relax and be there, enjoying the time together. Simply be aware of your focus, allowing yourself to be still and silent, to listen. So that is Gardiri, and it sounds simple, but by practicing it regularly, which the people on this land have been doing for tens of thousands of years, we can hear many things and become aware of many deep things. So I want to pay my respect to the elders who have been able to pass on that education to down to our generation through all that period of time, which is quite an achievement. And we also acknowledge those who are learning and coming up within the Indigenous people who are learning their culture and trying to become the future leaders as well as the present leaders. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tracy. That was very valuable lesson from the Indigenous people about being with nature and being reflecting and meditating.
अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच अभयं सत्त्वसंशुद्धिः ज्ञानयोगव्यवस्थितिः दानं दमश्च यज्ञश्च स्वाध्यायस्तप आर्जवम् अहिंसा सत्यमक्रोधः त्यागः शान्तिरपैशुनम् दयाभूतेष्वलोलुप्त्वम् मार्दवम् ह्रीरचापलम् तेजक्षमा धृतिः शौचम् अद्रोहो नातिमानिता भवन्ति सम्पदम् दैवीम् अभिजातस्य भारत
Lord, according to all your righteousness, I pray. Let your anger and your fury be turned away from your city, Jerusalem, your holy mountain, because for our sins and for the iniquities of our fathers, Jerusalem and your people are a reproach to all those around us now. Therefore, our God, hear the prayer of your servant and his supplications, and for the Lord's sake, cause your face to shine on your sanctuary, which is desolate. Oh my God, incline your ear and hear. Open your eyes and see our desolations, and the city which is called by your name, and the city which is called by your name. For we do not present our supplications before you because of our righteous deeds, but because of your great mercies. Oh Lord, hear. Oh Lord, forgive. Oh Lord, listen and act. Do not delay, for your own sake, my God, for your city and your people are called by your name. Oh Lord, hear. Oh Lord, forgive. Oh Lord, listen and act. Oh Lord, hear. Oh Lord, forgive. Oh Lord, listen and act.
O Lord, thou possessor of infinite mercy, O Lord of forgiveness and pardon, forgive our sins, pardon our shortcomings, and cause us to turn to the kingdom of thy clemency, invoking the kingdom of might and power, humble at thy shrine and submissive before the glory of thine evidences. O Lord God, make us as waves of the sea, as flowers of the garden, united, agreed through the bounties of thy love. O Lord, dilate the breasts through the signs of thy wonders, and make all... Sorry, the screen changed, Siva. and make all mankind as stars shining from the same height of glory, as perfect fruits growing upon thy tree of life. Verily, thou art the Almighty, the self-subsistent, the giver, the forgiving, the pardoner, the omniscient, the one creator. The High Scriptures.
Of the sin against God, thou art atonement. Of the sin against mankind, thou art atonement. For sin against the fathers, thou atonest. Of the sin against oneself, thou art atonement. Of every sort of sin, thou art atonement. The sin that I have knowingly committed, and that unawares I have committed, of all that wickedness, thou art atonement. O endowed transcendent one, I myself and others request that you cleanse wrongs and hindrances from all sentient beings and purify every weakened and broken sacred word of honor, Hinduism.
O Son of Man, the true lover yearneth for tribulation, even as doth the rebel for forgiveness and the sinful for mercy. O Son of Man, heed not the sins of others, so long as thou art thyself a sinner. Should thou transgress this command, accursed would thou be, and to this I bear witness. O oppressors on earth, withdraw your hand from tyranny, for I have pledged myself not to forgive any man's injustice. This is my covenant, which I have irrevocably decreed in the preserved tablet and sealed with my seal. Baha'i Scriptures.
A religious student who retains what he has learned, who finds pleasure in the fulfillment of the law, who keeps the rules of studentship, who is upright and forgiving, attains perfection. The one who strikes others is not a hermit. One is not an ascetic who insults others. Not to blame, not to strike, to live restrained under the law, to be moderate in eating, to live alone. To practice the highest consciousness is a teaching of the awakened ones. Let us live in joy, not hating those who hate us. Among those who hate us, we live free of hate. Let us live in joy, free from greed among the greedy. Among those who are greedy, we live free of greed. Let us live in joy. Though we possess nothing, let us live feeding on joy like the bright gods. Buddhist Scriptures.
If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all righteousness. Christianity. If thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquities, O Lord, who shall stand? But there is forgiveness with thee, that thou mayest be feared. I wait for the Lord, my soul doeth wait, and in his word do I hope. Judaism.
Allah beckons by his grace to the garden of bliss and forgiveness, and makes his signs clear to mankind, that they may celebrate his praise. The believers are nothing else than brothers in Islam. So make reconciliation between your brothers and fear Allah, that you may receive mercy. O mankind, we created you, from male and female, and made you into nations and tribes, that ye may know each other, not that ye may despise each other. Verily, the most honored of you in the sight of Allah is he who is the most righteous of you, and Allah has full knowledge and is fully informed. Islamic scriptures.
It is also recorded in the Gospel according to St. Luke that on a certain day Jesus passed by a Jew who was sick of the pulse and lay upon a couch. When the Jews saw him, he recognized him and cried out for his help. Jesus said unto him, Arise from thy bed, thy sins are forgiven thee. Certain of the Jews standing by protested, saying, Who can forgive sins but God alone? And immediately he perceived their thought. Jesus answering said unto them, Whether is it easier to say to the sick of the pulse, Arise and take up thy bed and walk, or to say, Thy sins are forgiven there, that he may know that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sins. This is the real sovereignty, and such is the power of God's chosen ones. All these things which we have repeatedly mentioned, and the details which we have cited from diverse sources, have no other purpose but to enable three to grasp the meaning of the allusions in the utterances of the chosen ones of God, lest certain of these utterances cause thy feet to falter and thy heart to be dismayed. Baha'i scripture.
O children of man, if you believe in the one true God, follow me. This most great remembrance of God, sent forth by your Lord, that he may graciously forgive you your sins. Verily, he is forgiving and compassionate toward the concourse of the faithful. We of a truth choose the messenger through the potency of our word, and we exalt their offspring, some over others, through the great remembrance of God, as decreed in the book and concealed therein, Baha'i scripture.
Forgive me, oh my Lord, for every mention but the mention of Thee, for every praise but the praise of Thee, for every delight but delight in Thy nearness. the joy of thy love and of thy good for all things pertaining unto me, which bear no relationship unto thee. O thou who art the Lord of lords, he who provideth the means and unlocketh the doors. O thou who art the Lord of lords, he who provideth the means and unlocketh the doors. O thou who art the Lord of lords, he who provideth the means and unlocketh the doors. O thou who art the Lord of lords, he who provideth the means and unlocketh the doors. O thou who art the Lord of lords, he who provideth the means and unlocketh the doors. O thou who art the Lord of lords, he who provideth the means and unlocketh the doors. He who provideth the means and unlocketh the doors. He who provideth the means and unlocketh the doors.
I think we had a beautiful holy writings to listen to, and now we'll go to the presentation by Dr. Hameedha Banu. She's from India. She is a principal of the Vijay Vidyalaya College in Dharmapuri. She is known to us. She has given a few presentations in this interfaith meeting here on Thursdays, and also our weekly World Peace program that we have in Tamil. Also, she has given few. So she's a ardent supporter of this World Peace and Interfaith Dialogue, and she actively participates in our WhatsApp group as well. She is going to talk about role of the youth in global peace, and I thought I will share this one quotation from the Universal House of Justice. It is the supreme administrative body of the Baha'i faith, and which says something about the youth. It says, the key to resolving these social ills rests in the hands of a youthful generation convinced of the nobility of human beings, eagerly seeking a deeper understanding of the true purpose of existence, able to distinguish between divine religion and mere superstition, clear in the view of science and religion as two independent yet complementary systems of knowledge that propel human progress, conscious of and drawn to the beauty and power of unity in diversity, secure in the knowledge that real glory is to be found in service to one's country and to the peoples of the world, and mindful that the acquisition of wealth is praiseworthy only insofar as it is attained through just means and expended for benevolent purposes, for the promotion of knowledge and toward the common good. Thus must our precious youth prepare themselves to shoulder the tremendous responsibilities that await them, and thus will they prove immune to the atmosphere of greed that surrounds them and press forward unwavering in the pursuit of their exalted goals. Now, I share this because Dr. Hameedha Banu is a lecturer, and she deals with a lot of young people, and she is guiding them to do good things in the world. And she has prepared a PowerPoint presentation. I will share that, and she will guide me as to which one I have to show when. So, Madam, you can give your presentation. The floor is yours.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to, am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Good afternoon to Honorable President Shah. Before going to the PPT, I will give a brief introduction about the role of youth in bringing about the global peace. Youth is the most active part of any country. Future generation is an integral part of our country. All sorts of creativity found if we look in the minds of youth. Development planning can be completed by youth only. Destiny of any nation can be changed by youth generation only. So it's essential to train youth. Involvement of youth is different sectors is essential, and the intelligence of youth affects the importance of the country. The youth power is essential for a better future. The need for youth development. Youth mind is filled up with talents and creativity. If youth raise voice on any issue, it transforms possibly in a positive way. Youth like raw material and valuable resource of the globe. The way they are shaped, the whole world is likely to be emerged. Different opportunities and empowerment youth procedures must be adapted to bring about the global peace. This will enable to make the career choice in various streams and fields. They need guidance and support so that they can be smart enough to pave their own path to success. Youth comprises that sphere of society who are yet the developing buds and fate changers of the world. The role of youth in national development. Youth play an important role in progress and development of the world as a whole. Youth play a majority portion in the total population of the country. The efforts of the youth can help growth and development of the world. Youth are the building blocks in the economical, social, political, and peace development of the globe. Well-educated, trained youth contribute skills in every sector of the society. The energy level and confidence of youth can achieve new heights in the respective domains like engineering, medical, administration, teaching, etc., etc. Youth in the world can create efficient environment conducive to economical and social progress of the globe. Peace building through youth. The future and present are in the hands of youth. So, contribution of youth is a must for building peace globally through their innovative ideas and creative thoughts which pop in the minds of youth, and it can shape the community and the nation as a whole. The policies, plans, and the development of works of world can be implemented only by youth generation. More enthusiastic and energetic potential, if their power is used in the right direction, they can ensure rapid progress of the nation. Peace building is an essential aspect of the sustainable development, and youth play a crucial role in this process. As the future leaders and change makers, youth have the potential to drive positive transformation in communities and promote everlasting peace in the globe. Let us explore the role of youth in peace building in this presentation. Youth likely to be open-minded and willing to challenge the traditional norms and practices that perpetuate conflicts, and they are more accessible to marginalized groups and act as bridges between different countries. By engaging youth in peace-building initiatives, we can tap in their unique strength and create an inclusive and participatory process that lead to sustainable outcomes. So now PowerPoint. PowerPoint, please, sir.
Yes.
First slide.
Can you see?
Yes, sir. Next slide, sir. What is peace? Peace is the heart of humankind. It is the development of humanity, and it also represents the absence of war and conflicts. It is the fruit of solidarity, and it is necessary for all. The highest form of happiness is peace, and it gives the balance between physical and psychological well-being of humankind. Moreover, the theme of this forum is forgiveness, and I'll give you some one or two quotation about forgiveness. Forgiveness is above all a personal choice, a decision of the heart to go against a natural instinct to pay back evil with evil. The practice of forgiveness is our most important contribution to the healing of the world. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of power to give is to forgive, is devoid of power to love. Next slide, sir. Next slide. Global peace. It is the absence of hostility and retribution, sincere attempts to reconciliation, it gives healthy interpersonal and international relationship. It helps us to establish equality, and it is nothing but the ending of war throughout the whole world. Next slide. Next slide, sir.
Yes.
International Day of Peace. That is, we are celebrating International Day of Peace on 21st September. Next, peace education. It is an attempt to respond to the problem of conflict and violence, creating more just and sustainable future. It gives the ways and means of living in a equitarian society. Next slide, sir. Attainment of inner peace. Yes. Attainment of harmony in human and personal relationship is given by the attainment of inner peace, and it is nothing but the state of mutual between the governance and the political peace between the nations, and it brings about the harmony between social groups. And I'll give a quote: every soul is potentially divine, and we should utilize that powerful the divinity to bring about the global peace. Next slide, sir. Concept of global peace. It is the ideal freedom and happiness among within and all nations in the world. Planetary non-violence, by which voluntary cooperation between nations. It is nothing but the ending of war throughout the whole world, and which is the basic aim of United Nations organization. Levels of peace. Yes, it's familial, people around, communal peace, societal peace, national peace, and global peace. Next slide, sir. Why is peace needed? Accepting the rights of others, to bring about the low levels of corruption, and to bring about the good relationship between neighborhood it requires well-functioning government. It gives out equitable distribution of resources and free flow of information. It creates sound business environment in high society level and human capitalism. It also contributes to the acceptance of right of others. Next slide, sir. Youth priorities. Yes, we should give priorities to the following fields like education, employability, entrepreneurship, health and hygiene, participation in the governance, social consciousness, guts to face challenges, personal growth and development, to bring about patriotism, which is the pillar of national development. And the youth should be skilled in all fields. And then absence of physical and structural violence can be brought about only by youth only. It, as I have told you, now it is global peace now is not merely the absence of war, but presence of justice, law and order, which can be only brought about by youth generation only. It's also the achievement of or the attainment of freedom of well-being. By becoming more powerful human being, we can bring about the global peace. It also refers to the less conflict and less wars and better relationship between the countries, less threat to nuclear strikes, less tyranny. Youth must strive hard to maintain balance between interreligious, intercultural fields. There must be no starvation, hunger, poverty, and the governance should be smooth and organized one. Next slide, sir. Next slide, Global Peace Index is. Global Peace Index ranks countries according to their levels of peacefulness based on three thematic domains: the level of social safety and security, extent of domestic and international conflicts, and degrees of militarization. Next slide, sir. Steps to global peace. It stamps out exclusion and recommends inclusion, bring true equality between men and women. It share wealth freely and display less hubris, make more policy changes. It needs to protect the political space, and it also, the global peace also fix intergenerational relation. Next slide, sir. Multifaceted concept of peace. Levels of peace: personal, social, political, institutional, and ecological. Next slide, sir. Multifaceted concept of peace. Yes, this is it. It brings about a positive relationship among the global citizens, because we are living in a highly informative world. We are all we can all consider to be the global citizens of the world. So we must bring about positive relationship between among the global citizens, and we must promote that means youth must promote the emotional well-being of all global citizens and bring about social cohesion. This ripple effect, that is happiness, which is contagious. It is the peculiar happiness is the peculiar mathematic which multiplies when we divide it. The youth generation should contribute to the harmonious society as happiness spread from person to person. Youth must engage cooperation and positive relation with other industries and countries. They must be less aggressive, and they must preach non-violence, and they must have peaceful mindset and improvement. They must also contribute to the peaceful resolution of conflicts, and they must develop problem-solving skills and cooperative mindset. Next slide, sir. Essence of capitalism. Yes, it is nothing but the amalgamation of fulfillment and completeness among humankind, and acceptance of all others' rights, and fully satisfied, leading a fully satisfied life with the calmness. And with capitalism, it spreads positive correlation between peace and happiness, which will lead to the personal and national development. Next slide, sir. The solution to the problem, we must bring, I enlisted the problems which has been faced by youth, by unemployment and then inequality, like that. So that can be solved. Those problems can be solved by integrity, spirituality, bringing about inner peace and bringing about the well-being of others. Next slide, sir. The social impact. The youth generation must know their limits. They must take care of themselves. They must connect the world or the globe with a certain specific purpose so that they can bring about the global peace. They must embrace diversity and inclusion. They must keep on learning and growing. They must update with the recent development and they uplift their skills. Also, along with that, they must have fun and enjoy social activities. So we as old people or the experienced people, we must motivate the self-confidence among youth. We must train them in shouldering the responsibility of youth to bring about the regulation of habits, and we must channelize their energy. Instead of escaping from the problems, we must eradicate the old barriers of tradition and forms. We must establish law and order so that the youth can face confronting situation courageously and practice self-care. Next slide, sir. Youth power in national development. Yes. The educational ratio of the youth must be increased or must be promoted. For that, we must provide ambience and atmosphere to improve their education ratio. We must uplift their skill in making them to participate in the social activities. Moving along with the society, they must take active participation in the societal celebrations and festivals. They must move towards a sustainable world. They must create intergenerational solidarity. Also, one more suggestion I want to give in this through this presentation is the youth must be made to follow the transformation of food system according to their own country and climate. They must also heed to the words of the senior people. Along with their experience and the energy of the youth must be integrated to bring about the planetary health. As I have told already, the participation in governance and policy making of youth is very essential to bring out the global peace. The youth must be made to work towards diversified goals without any gender bias, and they must improve their leadership qualities. They must help in the implementation of safety and security of global citizens. They must involve themselves in communal activities. They must increase their competence in skill upliftment. They must be a partner in global peace building through art, sports, physical education, interfaith beliefs, sharing their interreligious support. Gender and women empowerment must be given more importance through for a sustainable livelihood. The entrepreneurship must be promoted. Climate change must be mitigated. Disengagement of violence should be motivated, and this reintegration of initiative should be regularized. Next slide, sir. Next slide. Yes, sir. Field of action, that is education, employability, eradicate hunger and poverty, to provide a healthy environment, sustenance, abuse, juvenile justice. Leisure time activities should be fruitful to bring about the global peace, and violence prevention activities should be promoted. Effective participation of social activities should be increased. Decision making must be given for the youth to take their own decision. The impact of globalization. Globalization, already I was told, that is the sharing and accumulating and sharing of all resources, including human resource, to all the global citizens of the world through ICT, information communication technology. So through globalization, we can share all the resources so that we can bring about the intergenerational solidarity. I am again, I'll list some social issues about why youth are not following the correct path. They are not obeying the aged people or experienced people, under civil society. They are not having the cooperative mindset. That must be brought about. They must have the cooperative attitude. Many youth are underemployment. This is the main cause by which they are pushed to depression. They must be employed with the correct salary. They are not having the decent job, and then there is no family interrelationship, healthy family interrelationship. Inequality should be reduced. Gender bias must be reduced. Youth must inculcate in them the sports spirit. They must know how to fail. They must know how to handle the failure. If at all they don't know how to handle the success and the failure, they are accepting the success and they are not at all accepting the failures. They must know how to tackle the failures, and so that their tolerance level will be increased, and they must respect for diversity, full respect for various religion along with their ethical values, and they must follow effective cultural exchange. Next. Next slide, sir. About peace. Our mind must make peace with our heart before we can witness the peace in the world. It is our mind which makes hell out of heaven and heaven out of hell. As a conclusion, and to sum up, the role of youth in global peace, they must be included in policy making. They must participate in the governance, diversity, gender bias. They must improve. Learn their leadership qualities. They must involve themselves in the safety environment. In producing the safety environment, they must involve in the partnership in the societal activities. And now, as Sivaperi Ayya told, I'll suggest some measures to train youth. They must develop life skills. They must promote the leadership activities by involving themselves in social inclusion. They must increase their confidence level and improve relationship with the community with a great sense of purpose. They must first acquire and understand and accept the benefits of involving them in the peace building efforts, which can be extended to the goals of conflict resolution. Thereby, we invest long-term stability and stability. Thus, they are less likely in violent extremism. Now, the present become active citizen contributing to the betterment of the society. Now, before going to the conclusion, I'll tell something about the present scenario. The modern world is shrinking. It has become highly integrated and technically enhanced and precise. It's also becoming highly scrappy, reduced in peace and safety. Passing through an environment of tension, violence, and declination, values just be promoted. Premium place of tolerance and respect for human rights must be increased. Intimidating the threatening prospects of youth must be channelized because they are bubbling with energy. Their energy must be channelized so that we can utilize it to the full form in the developing country and developed countries, and we must to produce a peaceful and better life. Youth represent the future enrichment of a country that can who can develop uprightness and restraint and unfold the mind's closet to greater vistas of knowledge and openness. Their input progress has impact in attaining global peace. Now to conclude, there's a need to generate a culture of peace and conflict-free environment. Youth can play an important role in building peace and conflict resolution. Youth need to re-evaluate their understanding and leadership capacity to really to the need for the community and improving the society. They must prioritize leadership development program In the sphere of ethnic development, youth can build and link between cultural minorities and popularize collective values, mutual cultural and tradition, political awareness building, and advocating reforms, ensuring good government, accountability, transparency, skill development. To end, I'll give a quotation of APJ Abdul Kalam. When there is righteousness in heart, there is beauty in character. When there is beauty in character, there is harmony in home. When there is harmony in home, there is an order in nation. When there is an order in nation, there will be peace in the world. Let us all build a peaceful globe, utilizing the youth power effectively. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Hameedha Banu. You have a lot of experience with the youth, and and also you have. I think you are passionate about bringing peace and consider passing the differences, overcome the differences. And also you mentioned about intergenerational integration. Yes, many things you have mentioned. You must have done a lot of research to prepare this. Now, we welcome Rosine from Germany and Renisha from Mauritius.
Thank you.
Yeah, and yes. So if there are any comments or questions, please raise your hand. And we have Ahmad and then Yung.
Yeah, thank you, Hameedha Banu. I just want to say that a lot of things that you said is really for everyone, not just youth, and everyone should follow those things. But my question is this, whether all these achievements that you mentioned should result as harmony between spiritual qualities and those qualities, human qualities that you listed. So should the youth, as the quotation that Siva showed, bring a harmony between their spiritual qualities and their physical life? That's my question.
Yes, sir, I understand. See, I have told, already every soul has its own divine potential, isn't it? So that divine potentiality must be promoted so that we are fully spiritually, we can deal with other problems of the youth like depression, unemployability, underemployability. So that we can bring about the harmony among harmony in their family and in the community and society. Therefore, bringing about the global harmony. This is my answer, sir. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, we should have, a mixture of the two, hand in hand, resolve all these problems.
Sir, if you are having so many points, other more points, you just add up, sir.
Yeah, definitely. I agree that the youth are the group of population that will achieve peace in the future.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. And Yung.
Thank you, Dr. Banu.
Thank you, sir.
You have a lot of steps there for reform, and a lot of things are put on the shoulder of the young people. The youthful responsibility that was written in 2010. I remember a few years before 2010, there was a financial collapse of the globe. So somehow, when we try to build unity and everything, then suddenly we have collapse of financial system, in a very big forum of universe. So therefore, everybody experience that pain, and the youth with all your policies, how is the implementation of all the policies? Because it got to be relevant for nowadays problems. And they say, first of all, the youth, as I see, should they take up arms? It means that join defense force to protect their nation. Second, should we send all the youth people go to work in the countryside where they can grow potatoes? Because I'm okay with them to relax and sit down and spend time with nature, as long as they can produce for me a basket of potato or 50 potatoes every 2 days. It's not that harsh. Every 2 days, productivity. That's how you rescue famine. And a lot of young people don't have food at the moment, so we have food starvation. And the education of the young people had to be relevant if they want to have employment, because our curriculum at the moment is out of touch. They can study, but they don't want to the countryside. They want to stay in the city. The city, we don't need a lot of them around, like, in education, in medical areas, and in what you call farming is very important thing, and the care of the young babies and the aged care. So we need a lot of youth there. So I don't know how about the implementation of your program. The thing that I agree with your solution, integrity, spirituality, inner peace, and well-being of all. But you still mentioned about conflict resolution and mentioned about corruption. And if I'm saying forgiveness, we need to have a court system with jurors, 12 jurors, a jury system, because if somebody do discrimination, we cannot say, I forgive you. Or harassment, we cannot say, I forgive you, especially at a workplace, because then we will create a chaos at the workplace. Everyone can harass each other, and then they believe they can be forgiven, and that is wrong. So that's one thing, we cannot abolish the court system when you talk about forgiveness. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think you have a lot of comments. I think the first question you asked is about youth going into the military service. Is that right?
Yeah, because you see, I don't know about other countries, but I know a lot of countries now, the young people, when they graduate from university or from high school or wherever, they want to stay around in the city and they want to learn about AI. The AI now at the moment came into conflict, AI versus bombs and nuclear arms. So now how we gonna, like put them together, AI and nuclear bombs and arms. So how the young people are gonna cope with both of them without starvation?
Okay, so the question is how young people are going to cope up with the bombs and the AI. Is that question?
Yeah, because you see,
Okay.
each time we build up to a certain level of unity,
Okay.
there will be financial collapse
Oh,
of the whole universe. Like IMF will not have much money because the war broke out everywhere and we need money for the soldiers and the medicine.
Okay, let's see whether Dr. Hameedha Banu wants to answer that question. If
Sir, please again repeat the question. I don't understand.
Okay,
Sir, Sivapari, please repeat the question.
The younger generation are faced with, on one side, the war and bombing and things like that, and the other side, the
conflicts. Yes.
And on the other side, AI, the artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence. Okay.
So how are they going to cope these two sides of confusion? Oh, I think her internet is. You asked a very difficult question, and she has gone.
She's coming back.
You see, because with
Yeah.
the AI, people said that the young people cannot get jobs.
Okay.
The AI do everything. The robot do everything.
Okay, let her answer the first part of the question. Yes.
Yes. Now I understood the question. On one side, there are conflicts between the youth. On the other side, AI is growing up, right? Artificial intelligence is going up. How we are going to unite or link these two extremes together, right?
The war and bombs on one side and the AI on the other side. Yes.
So how are they gonna get
Okay,
jobs? How
we
are they
are
gonna
going
do
to
the jobs?
confront this situation? How are we going to confront this situation? That is the question, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. To my knowledge, I'll explain, sir. That is due to the artificial, invasion or intrusion of the artificial intelligence. Everything is being what can I say? The science is having its own advantages and disadvantages, technical advantages and disadvantages. This artificial intelligence reduce the employability of the human being. That itself leads to the frustration or the depression of the youth community. They are either unemployed or underemployed. That underemployment must be removed. They must be given a job, a decent job and decent salary according to their qualification, experience and their, what can I say, their passionate field. See, we are seeing many youth are studying one thing and they are appointed in another field and they are forced to be in that field for want of salary and to run their lives. This must be eradicated only when they are allowed to work in their passionate field with their own interest and enthusiasm. This is going to be this can be rectified, right? And then the automation, of course, that is the one reason for unemployment. Even though the automation industry is fast improving, in each and every field, for example, I am talking about the teaching field. The touch of human teacher, even though he is a facilitator, we are having any information in our fingertips. So, in spite of that fact, we must have every field and every what can I say, department must have the human touch. In that we need a youth power. We must inculcate them that thirst for knowledge and thirst for skill upliftment, so that this discrimination can be to some extent reduced, so that we can have an equanimity society. This is my answer, sir.
Thank you very much. And I have a question. I think Jung may have a lot of questions, but she can come back again. I have a question.
Can I comment something in here before you put your question about what Jung said?
Okay.
Too often the issues, social issues and cultural issues that are prevalent at our time, that are there because of some fundamental issues at the background. And it's not right to blame the youth for their unemployment. The unemployment of youth is an issue that is rooted in our structure of our economy and social construct. So we have to fix that first, not to blame the youth that they don't work.
Yeah.
Obviously, the unemployment of the youth is 40-60%, and many times higher than a normal adult person. And the issue is got a background problem, a background issue, and we can't blame the youth.
You're right, and I don't think anyone implied that that youth are to be blamed, but I think they are mentioning about the predicament of the youth in the modern society, that they are not given proper employment and salary for the work that they do. And I think in her presentation, she also mentioned about policy changes. So some of the policy changes have to come into play so that it can be changed. But I think the main topic is the role of the youth in building global peace. My question I was going to ask, you also mentioned in your presentation about peace education. Now, how early this peace education should start, and whether it should be in the educational system run by the government, or should it be led to the community and society to work it out? And that's the first part of the question, and whether you, as a part of the academy,
Yes.
are you in a way to influence the policies?
Yes, sir. See, in our country, the central government is posing some rules and regulation for the state government, and that is being coming to the down the line, right? So that's what I told you. Youth should be involved in the policy making, decision making policies. And one more thing. The youths, those who are living in their own localities, they must take policy decision according to their own local requirements. Then only the needs and necessities of the local people will be satisfied, which will contribute to the equality of the equanimous society. Instead of coming, the hierarchy should be changed. According to me, the hierarchy should be changed. That is central to state, state to the district, district to panchayat, like that. Instead, we can make policy decision from the local people involving the youth empowerment, and then we can go for districts, and district should recommend the state, and state government should recommend the policy decision to the central. See, we need this according to our local environment. This is the need of our society, so that must be implemented. So they can ask the central government.
So that's from the grassroots, the community should consult together, and then they should form what is suitable and needed for them.
Yes.
And that should be recommended to the
central government. Yes.
And in the question I also asked, where, at what age we should start the peace education?
From that's what I told the youth form from 15th age to 25. That group of people are called youth. Okay, so from 15 only, from the teenage only, they came to understand the world. They are having a better understanding of the world. From that age only, from age 15 to 30, that is the optimum period of their energy level and their contribution to the society. So those 15 years are the maximum contribution to the society and the community.
Okay.
So that age group of people can be included in the policy making decision.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Pina, Robert, Renisha, Perimal, Vasanta, Rosin, Colin? While you can think about your comments and questions, we'll go to, Colin has raised his hand, so I will give the chance to Colin, and then Ahmed and Yun.
Thank you, Dr. Hameedha Banu. I just
Yes,
had a question about the parents, because children and youth learn their values from parents and society, and sometimes the parents and the society, the values are selfish, materialistic, political, divisive. And sometimes it's just they learn apathy. So how do we break that cycle? Do the parents, how do we change the parents so that the children and the youth can change?
Sivapariya, you tell me the question.
Yes, the parents, because the children, they learn their values at the early stages from their parents and the environment they are living in. So because the parents have some shortcomings in their values, either they are narrow-minded or they are racist or they are self-centered, these kinds of things, the child is learning from the parents.
Yes.
So then when they become parents,
Adults.
So how do we break this cycle of this?
Yes, I understand. That is, the parents must be a role model for the child to follow. If they are not at all good enough to follow, what will the children do when they will become the parent? That's the question, right, sir?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. So in that case, we must make the children to have some more good, very good role model in their own family and society. Let them follow the footpaths of our elders, experienced people. The society must make their own contribution in bringing up the child in the right way and be righteous in the path. See, not only of course, the parents contribute to the welfare and the bringing up of their children to certain extent, 80% we can say. So the 20% of the responsibility is shouldered only on the society, the community in which they live in. So instead of following their own parents, they can take the role model from the society, from their own relatives, from their own family, or from the teacher, or from the elders, neighborhood children, parents. So we must make them to follow the footsteps of good role model.
So the community has to take responsibility.
Yes.
To guide them.
Of course, we must take the responsibility.
Yes. Thank you. And Ahmed?
In your talk, you presented very beautiful guidelines for the youth to achieve a change in the world and peace and harmony. My question is, at what should we make this a priority, that in the education of children, we bring a culture of world citizenship into the teachings at very early age, so that this culture would develop into the guidelines that you have mentioned.
Sivapariya, you tell me the question.
Well, the question is that you made beautiful guidelines for development into world peace and education through the youth. And my question is that should we at early age in education of children develop a culture of world citizenship in order to achieve these guidelines?
Yeah, should we, when we are bringing up children, we bring them the understanding of world citizenship so that we can achieve the goal of world peace.
No. Please tell me, I mean, repeat the question again. The global peace and?
No, children, the world citizenship.
Global citizenship, yes.
Yes, that every child is a citizen of the world.
Yes,
and
yes.
That understanding, when we have to bring to the children.
From
When?
the school age itself,
I mean,
we are having moral instruction classes and all in schools. As we are reading our interreligious faith in our forum, isn't it? Like that, we are teaching in India. I am telling that too in Tamil Nadu, the Chennai. We are following moral instruction class in class 6th to 12th, right from the age of 12. So from 30, we are having moral instruction school instruction period in the school curriculum itself. And we are giving very good faith from different interreligious beliefs. And they are, not forced, they are advised to follow the good thing from each and every religion, so that we can have a very good what can I say? Friendship, cordiality among the students.
So what about the children in the lower classes? Because
low classes only through sports, arts, drawing, finance. Through finance only we can give a topic, draw some concepts of peace, how a world peace, or we can have a essay competition, oratorical competition, like that only we can bring from class 1 to 6th, I mean for 5th. From 6th standard onwards, we can go for their better understanding of their fellow classmates. And they can participate in their neighbors' festivals, interreligious festivals, like that.
Yeah, I think Ahmed's question probably comes from the idea that children, as early as possible, must be taught these values, even when they're infants at home. That yes, that they the whole world is one home.
Yes,
and all the people are one family, and that understanding has to be taught even when they are infants. And I think everyone, individuals and parents, they should not only be concerned about their own child, but they should be concerned about all the children in their own community. So that, as you said, they should look up to the elders in the community as role model. So the one becomes a role model because he is concerned about all the people
the whole world.
Yes,
global.
Yes, so that kind of attitude the individual's parents also should have. Okay, now Jung, yes, you have to be brief and speak slowly so that we can understand your question.
Thank you. I think all of you are really fast in catching my information. Thank you very much, Dr. Banu.
No, ma'am. I can understand, but I cannot follow your accent. That is what. Only when Shiva Periya translate your accent, I can understand.
You study French at all?
French. Did you study French?
No, ma'am.
All right. Can I just ask you something? You talk about changing policies. We can only change policies once the government changes the legislation. From the legislation change, you look at the date and the time frame and in what circumstances of the society. Then after that, we are allowed to change policies. And the change policies, for me, much better, even we talk about democracy, much better we do top-down control. Because if you base on the parents and the community, then that will be forever, will not be able to implement. Because you see, if you want to take all the young people, go to the countryside to do farming after they graduate from university, then the parents will not say no, 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 especially the rich parents. They want their kids to stay with the rich family with them. So why they got to send the kids to the farm? And the method of AI is an old method. The automation of work, maybe like 100 years ago, it's nothing new, nothing new.
Sorry,
So therefore,
Jung, I had to stop there. And in the first part that you mentioned, is there a question? Because you said that they had to change the law to change the policy. And probably because you were saying that, because Dr. Banu said that in the grassroots, they had to consult what is suitable for them, and that has to be recommended to the local government, and then it should go to the state government. So you, in a way, you are contradicting that it should be the other way. Is that right?
We reverse it because, as I tried to explain, Emma said that we want to give the children the world peace information, teach them when they was young in a family. But if the privileged kids, their parents don't want them to go to the world, to the universe, to do work, because they prefer to keep their kids close by. Close by. If they have $1 million, they want to have the kids around them and look after the $1 million. Why send the kids to the countryside? Why you send the kids to other nations? Doing what? Right? So you think about, there are classes in the society, sorry about that, but we have to think about everything. So for me, that's why we elect the government. That's why the people, the family, the community do election to choose the government of their favorites. So the government can act on whatever they wanted. They're much faster that way than the other way around. Even we talk about democracy, but we got to think about the fastest way and the best way and the way that we can implement policies effectively.
Okay, so well, that is Dr. Banu.
Tell me the question. Tell me the question.
It's not a question. It's actually
just a feedback, a suggestion.
It's actually she is saying that it should not be from the grassroots to the local government and the federal government. It should be the federal government should make the law, and that should come this way. These are opinions, so we don't want to discuss about different opinions. Let us go to any other questions or comments. If not, we can close the meeting.
Yes.
Is there anyone?
Let me just, yes.
Yes.
Yes, sorry, my internet went off. Yes, I just want to appreciate you, Dr. Banu, because of this very important message for the youth and organizing the youth, being global citizen and concerned for the betterment of the world. This is what everybody should participate and encourage this youth to come up. And thinking about AI, it should enhance the learning, the progress of humanity, because it's part of science. It's there for us to, just like a knife, for example, is very useful, but it can also be harmful. Now, it depends on the user. So this youth that we are educating them to have a right thinking, right mind, and spiritually educated as well. You see, balanced education is very important.
Yes,
And
yes.
so they are having this vision, as Baha'u'llah said, let your vision be world embracing rather than confined to your own selves. Now this world embracing vision is about peace, about love, about unity, progress, and all that. Thank you so much. I just want to appreciate you so much for this. Thank you.
Thank you. I think what you mentioned is what was the quotation that we shared to prepare the youth so that they can see they can resist the negative forces. We had to strengthen the youth. Dr. Banu said that they have a lot of energies and power, intelligence, but we had to use that in the right direction. She mentioned in the talk.
Channelize the power of youth.
Yes.
Sir, I want to add one more point. Actually, youth is a blissful period in one's human life, right? Youth is the blissful period. And also, on the other side of the coin, youth is a period of stress and strain because they are forced by the parental pressure, societal pressure to achieve one established position in the society. Apart from their passion, apart from their interest, apart from their zeal. So these two extreme ends must meet together at one point so that they are the youth are working with full energy, with peace, with full satisfaction. That is what I want to stress. That completeness in life, they are lagging due to the pressure in the society, community, parents side, familial side. That must be a balanced life for youth. Then we can utilize their energy to the fullest form.
Thank you. I think
Yes,
yes, thank you very much. And this that quotation, to me, it was very useful and relevant quotation. I think I will read it once again.
Yes, sir.
The key to resolving the social ills rests in the hands of a youthful generation convinced of the nobility of human beings. So they should be understand, they are convinced we are all created noble. All you said that they have divinity inside, they have that potential inside, spirit. They have to understand, eagerly seeking a deeper understanding of the true purpose of existence. What is the purpose of this life then? So they have to understand, and so we had to create the thirst. You said that we had to create a thirst for this knowledge, the knowledge of the science and the material development, at the same time, the spiritual knowledge, what this life is about, who we are, able to distinguish between divine religion and mere superstition. So there are practices all over the world under the name of religious practices, but they are not from the true religious perspective, right? Clear in the view of science and religion as two independent yet complementary systems of knowledge that propel human resources. Conscious of and drawn to the beauty and power of unity in diversity, of that also you mentioned. Secure in the knowledge that real glory is to be found in service to one's country and to the peoples of the world, also you mentioned. And mindful that the acquisition of wealth is praiseworthy only insofar as it is attained through just means and expended for benevolent purposes, for promotion of knowledge and toward the common good. I think this is something that we have to work on with the children and the youth, because the parents may be giving the idea that they had to make a lot of money, doesn't matter how, and thus must our precious youth prepare themselves to shoulder the tremendous responsibilities that await them, and thus will they prove immune to the atmosphere of greed that surrounds them. And this is what Jung was mentioning, because the parents, the rich parents, and they want their children to be closer, they want them to make money, they don't want them to go to the country, and press forward unwavering in the pursuit of their exalted goals. So I think this particular quotation sums up what the youth are potentially capable of and what they need to be doing. And with that, Rosine, she wants to say something. I'm sorry, I didn't see your hand. You have to unmute and say your question or comments.
Thank you. I just wanted to thanks and to congratulate Dr. Banu and everybody who has made such great contribution to this discussion. And my part of the contribution I would like to add is that as parents, we have to remember, first of all, for example, if we want our children or our youths to become spiritually educated, we should not start to think too much, because I have made some experiences personally, and I have discussed with other parents. They think, principally here in the European society, they think always, oh, it's too much to speak about religion to the child, he will be confused. It's true, when the child is not mature, it's not easy for him to understand certain things. But what we have to focus as parents, the experience I have made, we don't need to be so complicated. We just start small principle to show this value, human value. For example, respect, love, honesty, bounty. To say the truth truthfully, for example. Or we just focus on the virtues. That's it. Mm-hmm. And this is already the key, the principal key to open the heart to the spiritual life. Because by the end, when we are learning the religions, is to change our character, to become good. This is the only reason. And to come together as a family. So before we start to speak about Jesus Christ, about Buddha, about, I don't know, Muhammad or Baha'u'llah, we have just to start to show the children what is love, what is forgiveness between the family, between the society. That's it. And I think we're going to resolve slowly all those problems.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much for an experienced mother giving her. Yes, it is simple. I hope, I don't know, Dr. Banu, you could understand what she said.
Yes.
Yes, he said that we don't have to make it complicated. With the children, when they are infants, give the simple, good moral education about truthfulness, about service, about love, about forgiveness. Focus on those things and teach them little by little, and then they will change. Instead, you don't have to teach this religion or that religion or Muhammad or Buddha or whatever it is. Teach these fundamental virtues, which is the teachings of all the religions anyway. Thank you, Rosine.
Even at the infant level, we must bring about that inter-religious understanding among the children.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we should follow. We should follow the good from every religion, so that we can really become as a global citizen. I belong to this religion. I belong to that religion. That is not. It is a narrow-mindedness. We should. we should be broad-minded to
Yes.
follow each and every good from every fellow global citizen.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Rosin. I think you should come regularly and contribute, and one day you should come and give a talk, Rosin. And who is Redmi? Renisha, do you want to say anything? Robert, Perimal? If not, we can close. But can I ask Redmi, would you like to show your face or say something? Oh. Can you say something, or because you came late?
Because I have some work in my classroom, sir, because it is class time. Because our college, I am working as an assistant professor at our Hameedha College. Our Hameedha is the principal.
Okay.
Now I am having class. Now I am joining, sir. I'm so sorry. But regarding the meeting, I noted some couple of minutes. The meetings are very useful to us because the religion and other things are very much impressed for giving a love and empathy and brotherhoods and other all religions says one thing: God is love.
Yes.
What can I understand that? The God is only one. That is love, like a water. So water is a simple word, and in the chemistry we are called H2O, and in Telugu Neel, and Malayalam Vellam, and Hindi Pani. In other languages the water is same, but the name of the verses are different in various places. According like that, what my conception is, what is my point of view is, God is all one. It is my point of view. So we are having so many name of the God. The God, somebody called Jesus, somebody called Allah, somebody called Krishna, somebody called Buddha, somebody called other name of the gods. But we respect all the gods, all the religions, all the faith. It is very, very important phenomena. Thank you very much for giving chance.
May I know your name? May I know your name, please?
My name is Dr. Mehboob Ali. Mehboob Ali.
Oh, you have come.
Already I was attended 2 or 3 conference
all right,
and a peace forum. Our Dr. Hameedha BanuWeekly madam was talking so many things by Tamil and also English.
Yes.
So very important personality.
Thank
and our Hameedha BanuWeekly madam having more talent principal. Is a very good orator.
Talk about the topic of the forum, sir, not about me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And
thank you very much for giving chance to talk with him, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You are most welcome, and we are actually pleased that you could participate and contribute and comment. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Renisha, would you like to say something, because we are not seeing your face? Or
hello everyone, aloha ba, nice to meet you, and a very beautiful video teaching. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Perimal, do you want to say anything?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Okay then.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we can close the meeting, and thank you very much everyone for your contribution and participation. Let us work together to change the world, especially the youth. And once again, we thank Dr. Hameedha Banu and his colleague Mahabali and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr.